speaking of not forgetting things, this is totally like a sidetrack, but everyone listening, we're getting Haley back on. We have not abandoned Haley.
Yes. Haley
Yeah.
moved across the country.
Like, did something happen between the three of you? Like, was there drama? Like,
Yeah, there's no drama. We just had
Hello.
What? Pro debut.
What? What? I don't even know. Just some idiot that threw a bathing suit on and stepped on stage.
Got her nails did.
Just literally, like, Morgan's still with the press-ons. She's like, "Are you sure you don't want to do the press-ons?" I'm like, "No. We're good."
How's it feel?
Oh, it's so weird still. Like, I don't know. I really, like, again, I go through waves of, like, holy shit, like, that actually happened. And then, like, I go through the, well, like, you know, maybe they got it wrong. Like, maybe I actually wasn't in the mix. And then it's like, no, fuck yeah, like, I did that. So, I don't know. It's still really weird, and I'm still processing. And, like, I think I told Jessica this. I, like, had to, like, stay away from my Instagram for, like, 12 hours after the show because I knew it was just going to be, like, 30 million notifications.
Yeah.
So I was so overstimulated, especially with that show being in my hometown. Mm-hmm. Like, so many people coming up, which was great. I mean, the support, like, I'm not used to that because, like, I mean, I would have my ex-wife would come to my show back in Chicago, and that was pretty much it. So, like, all those people, and, like, people were coming up to Morgan, and Morgan's, like, texting me, like, I don't remember these people's names, but they know me, and I'm trying to be nice, and I don't know what to do. So yeah, it was cool. Honestly, my truly, like, my favorite experience was meeting Helen, since she's also Greek. And it was just funny backstage because her name's Eleni. Like, she just comes to America and she goes by Helen. And so they're, like, saying, like, Eleni, blah, blah, blah. And both of us would turn and be like, what? So that, honestly, for me, just because culturally out here, Greeks aren't big in Seattle. So for me, it was actually super, super special to connect with my culture, essentially, and bodybuilding. So that's super cool. So yeah.
Is it pretty like social backstage, or is everybody kind of like picking their corner and just keeping to themselves? And
so there's this girl, she won the Masters Bikini Pro. If you pull her up, her name's Kelsey. She looks incredible. Like, she's an insane bikini competitor. She is probably the funniest person in the entire world. She is fucking hilarious. So it honestly wasn't, like, wildly social backstage. I think a lot of people were trying to, like, focus and get in the zone. And Kelsey, mind you, Kelsey is, like, a mom with 2 kids. Like, she has, like, a corporate job. Like, she's like she works. And I mean, she drives, you know, like, an hour and 45 minutes to work and works her 9 to 5. Like, she's this normal person, but she strolls in backstage with a fucking camping mattress, like a full ass camping mattress and a boombox. Yes. She literally rolls out her camping mattress and then takes her boombox out and starts playing, like, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and looks around and goes, I hope this is okay for everybody.
I love people like that, though.
Oh,
I imagine, like, you getting to be like that.
Oh, I was dropping pockets backstage. Like, there was this one girl that was just stressing, and you could tell. And so I go up, I'm like, dude, oh my God, like, you dropped your pocket. And she's, like, panic looking around, and I'm, like, smiling at her, waiting, and she looks up and she looks at me. She's like, I needed that. I don't know, like, we take it so seriously. Like, I get it. Like, we push hard, we train, but, like, if you're not having fun the day of the show, like you can't do anything else. Like, what you're going to look like on stage is what you're going to look like.
Yeah. It's so, like we talked about last week. It's like, you're already there, you know?
Like, yeah. Like, just have fun. And again, and I think the thing I'm most proud of is how I reflected, we're a reflection of our coaches. So I really wanted to present myself well as a reflection of Justin. But just my integrity and character as a human, like the little things, like the people that are glazing and, gluing us backstage, like being nice and thanking them. Like I stayed back and helped because they couldn't get the suits even to save their life, but they've also been working for, at that point, probably about 12 hours. They probably have been there since 4 a.m. setting up. They're tired. Yeah. I'll sit back and go, yeah, hey, that's a little wonky here. Fix that. And like, that's to me more important than, placings and stuff. And, again, the temperament backstage, like, I think things like that help because it was my pro debut. I feel like I should have been more nervous. I think everyone else at that point, like the day of the show, was more nervous for me than I was.
I know, like, for me, once we're finally there, it's almost just like this strange sense of like, why aren't I more panicked? You know what I mean? But you have such a good point. Like those, I don't know who did your show, whether it was Protan, whether it was Liquid Sun Rays, it doesn't matter. Like those ladies bust their asses like every weekend.
Exactly.
Especially when you consider like they had all those NPC athletes, they had all the setup and takedown to do. And it's like Amanda Griffith, our friend, like she works for Protan, and it's like, I know how wide open you've got to be to travel there, to just be working nonstop all weekend. And it's like travel itself is exhausting. So by the time you travel there, then you travel home, like respect those ladies.
For sure.
I think the bigger thing is I wouldn't want to leave a show, and because you speak to competitors, you speak to the tanning people, the makeup people, the organizers, and even if it's like a brief interaction, I feel sometimes word goes around pretty quick, and you leave impressions very easily.
Yep.
You don't want someone to go and say, "Oh, I met so and so, and she's not as nice as what she appears to online."
It's kind of the same concept as, if you go to a restaurant or a coffee shop and someone messes up your order, or if it's packed and they're taking a little longer than usual, or if there's someone new on the register, it's like, you just have to realize, like, if something goes wrong, people aren't trying to sabotage you. Like, they're not trying to waste their own time by doing something wrong and having to make your order over or fix your tan over or do your suit again, So it's like, the calmer you can stay and just like make like a duck and let that shit roll off you, like the better experience everybody's gonna have.
Well, exactly. And I mean, Tanya, like you said, it pays a long way to show that part of yourself. And I mean, that was, besides the feedback for, what I need to improve, that was my feedback from the judges, was that they could tell that, one, obviously I was having fun up there, but I just have a likable energy, and it's a very positive, I have a very positive aura. And, in a sport where you're literally splitting hairs, it's not a personality contest, but little shit like that is going to resonate in the back of their head. It's, I don't think it's going to take me from, fourth to first place, but it's still going to give me that reputation and reflect like how I want to be reflected.
You only get one pro debut. Just enjoy it.
And, honestly, it truly feels good. Like, I know for me, sometimes it's not that I'm self-absorbed, but, bodybuilding, you're kind of focused on yourself a lot, so we're kind of just like in my own head, like focusing on what I got to do through the day to day, like tasks and stuff. But when you like stop and like pay attention to people around you and like notice girls that are just getting started in their journey, or girls that are on your same level that you notice some improvement, like it's really nice to remember to like stop and pay someone a compliment. And
for sure.
It really makes you feel good, So I always try to remind myself that I need to be better about like complimenting people. I think a lot of times I just think like, oh, they don't need to hear like good job from me, because like, who am I to say, hey, you look great? But it doesn't matter. Like, it still feels nice, Look,
it can even be a funny comment.
Yeah.
Good energy. Yeah. It's just something that I've been trying to do more consistently every day. I'm not saying I'm going to go onto people's posts and just comment and say something.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not fake. Like, I couldn't be fake if I tried.
Yeah, no, but because that also takes away from the intention behind
Yeah.
trying to do that, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So my point is, if you're scrolling through Instagram and you see somebody and you're like, damn, they look good, just say
Comment.
it.
Yeah.
Say it.
I think, just kind of side note before I forget, I think literally my favorite part of the show too was meeting so many people that know Tanya and going, "Oh my God, you're from Australia. You live in Perth. I have a friend that's moving to Perth. Her name's Tanya." And they go, "Oh, I know her." Or I hope I didn't scare your coach Tanya, because he's so gentle and I'm so not. And I look at him and go, "Dude, this is insane. What are you doing here? I need to take a video to send to Tanya." And
No,
he's like,
I think it's nice
"Okay."
though.
He's
I
like,
think it's nice though that everyone gets to meet him before I've even met him in person.
he's just so gentle and he's so
Mhm.
like warm, like you can just tell. So I'm so excited when you guys get to physically be next to each other. Like, I just think of him with Sean T, like that energy difference of like that
Yeah.
high energy, and then Justin's very like
Mhm.
soft. He's just so kind. And his athlete, because he had a figure girl there, she was probably like, "What is this girl doing?" I was so excited. I was so excited to see him.
He had a couple, I think, Amanda and Danielle was San Antonio.
Danielle said
Was
San
it just
Antonio.
Amanda?
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
It was Amanda. Yeah, it was Amanda. Sorry, I spaced. Yeah, it was Amanda.
Okay.
She competed. So he
So
was there with her.
question. You kind of, you went into this show. There wasn't necessarily like a lot of hype surrounding you. Now you're X weeks out. I won't give it away because I'm not sure if that's.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't really care. Like we're gonna do Atlantic Coast Pro. Like, okay, like
But
there it is.
so mentally, does it feel like now you have some pressure on you and it feels a little different, or?
To a degree. And I always throw the cliche like pressure is a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I think pressure is a privilege when you know how to mitigate it and use it. So I don't know necessarily if there's like a ton of hype necessarily around me. Like I don't feel like I'm anyone special. Like I still, like, again, I'm just the boob that put on a suit and stepped on stage. But yeah, I think that it's just one of those things. Like I was top 4 this round. I could be 10th in Atlantic Coast. There's going to be girls coming off the Olympia that are trying to get qualified that maybe just continue to diet and slide in this show. There could be, I feel like out east, I mean, it's a whole different ball game with those Florida pro shows, So, I mean, I feel a little bit more pressure, I guess, but I almost feel relief now that the debut's done.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just kind of be what it is.
And that's really the reality of it. I mean, I feel like we talk about it all the time. It's like you can do, again, top 5 easily in one show. And just because, and I'm not pinpointing you, but like I've watched this happen to girls all year, the next show they might not even make the top 10, and it's
exactly
not even that they got, a lot of times they got better.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, I'm super excited. And I guess I told Morgan I wish I had a hat that had a T on it. Like, like the college game days, or the college recruits that are picking their college and they like pick a hat and put a hat on. Jessica, you know what I'm talking about?
No, but
okay, it's a college, it's like a 5-star recruit thing. They'll have like University of Arizona, Arizona State, and like another big college, and they sit in front of the press conference and they grab the hat and they put the hat on for where they're going to go to school. I wish I had a hat with the T on it, but I think what the biggest difference for me between the 8 weeks that I have, Tanya's doing my training now, so that's where my T cap is put on.
Oh, okay.
Right? See what I'm saying?
I was like, why
like, where is she going? Where is she going? But I think having Tanya take my training over and fixing my training in 8 weeks, I think it's going to make a big difference. I think a lot more than what either Tanya or I realize. Like,
no, I think it's really going to make a
huge difference.
I think it'd help even just from the posing side of things, just so that you can just balance. Like it's just balance.
Yeah,
like, alignment and everything.
Because like I was telling you, like the only nitpick that I would have on your physique, and we'll get to the pictures. Honestly, I don't even like once you're peaked and ready, like I don't think it's as noticeable. But I feel like when you're kind of a little tilted, like when you're flat and stuff, it does kind of expose our weaknesses.
Yeah.
No, actually, I do find that the more muscle you have, the more it shows. So I was talking to this with one of like another friend of mine, and he was saying like maybe we all have like a little bit of these things. Of course, it's dependent on the way we move, our posture, and the way we train. Because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? Like I said, like we go in, we pick certain exercises, and we try to get into a position that compromises us because we are at least for the individual, it's not meant to do it yet. So you try to force yourself into a posture to be able to feel, and it's why you say like, oh, but I get a very good connection of doing it this way, which probably is different from what conventional might be. But if you're doing it in a very like awkward way and trying to force yourself, even if you feel it, that's kind of like putting your body in a very compromised position. And then it adds up, and then you get strong with these exercises in that posture, and then it adds up, and then it shows in the physique. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. And I think honestly, posing coaches, like that's kind of their band-aid on a waterfall. A lot of posing coaches, like instead of saying, hey, we need to fix this imbalance, they go, oh, well, just shift your hips that way so you're posing like that. Just do that so that it's fixed. And it's like, no, you're actually contributing to the issue.
Yeah. No, it's worse, especially when you look at the bikini girls. A lot of them have like, a lot of imbalance.
Oh my gosh.
They only twist to one side.
I will spend, when I'm doing body work, it'll take me longer to do stuff on bikini girls than it will on like a big, open bodybuilder. Like it takes me a long time, and I literally usually have to sit there because if I have someone that comes back to me 2 or 3 times with the same issue after I fixed it, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? For example, this one bikini girl that I worked on, I found, because her neck, the weirdest thing that her right side of her neck would do, it was really strange. I can't really describe it, honestly. And I kept asking, like, okay, what are you doing? Because you're like not hitting upper body heavy. She was doing sprints on the treadmill, like hit sprints on the treadmill. And I asked her, I said, come out, let's go outside. I want to see you sprint a straightaway. Just sprinting, their arms, chopping. I'm like, get off the treadmill. I'm like, why are you sprinting on a treadmill? That is literally why you're just undoing everything we did to fix it. So it just like things like that. Bikini girls are really, honestly, the hardest bodywork clients for me.
Tanya, did you say your Justin had somebody doing sprints on the track? I remember we were laughing about this once because we were like all joking about, God, if I had to sprint on a treadmill for a hit, then I would just.
I think so, right?
I feel like, because first I was like, oh yeah, I've heard Shelby does that, and I thought you mentioned somebody.
No, there's nothing wrong with sprints on the treadmill. Sometimes I don't blame the online coach because you don't know how the client's gait pattern moves.
Yeah.
It's hard to monitor when you have like 100 people. You don't have time to sit down and look at everybody's mechanics. Just give them a set program with like good enough volume and just carry on. And it's up to the client to do their own due diligence, right? So I guess like sprinting is sometimes not the issue. It's the gait pattern.
Yeah.
But back to your question, I don't know. Justin, when I first hopped on with my Justin, he tried to make me run.
Oh, maybe that's what it was, and we were just like, no.
Okay, and I didn't mind that because like I was in long distance. Okay, not really long distance. I ran the 400 meters in college.
And this was before you were. This was like 30 pounds ago, probably too.
No, I was like, what was I? No, I was like 100 pounds.
Yeah, it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier that long ago.
So then we're going to race. When you come to the States, Tanya, we're going to have a race.
No, because she's going to be here to do a show and she can't be pulling no hamstrings.
After the show, after the Olympia, we are racing down the strip.
I I would no.
That's how you honestly,
Yes,
like
you're right. That's how you hurt yourself.
people
You're
just
right.
get hurt. Like people pull their biceps just going bowling. My training partner blew his knee out playing pickleball. It's always like stupid shit.
I had a patient that popped his bicep, and he's not like and he was a fit guy, like relatively healthy. His Dalmatian just jumped on his lap, and he heard a pop, and he popped his bicep in his elbow.
It's
Like,
kind of scary how delicate we are.
Yeah.
It is absolutely wild how delicate we are, in all honesty.
But,
yeah, crazy.
So anyway, shall we take a peek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eleni sent us a bunch of
pictures.
Yeah. Oh my God. If for any pros that are watching, obviously they only have figure, bikini, and men's physique, and I really hope they expand. I was talking with the promoters, and I think it would be really great to expand this show. The lighting was just so great. Like the photography, Mark killed it, and obviously Whitman was there. He did a great job. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I saw your picture. Well, I did the San Antonio too. San Antonio, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, just the difference in like lighting.
Yeah.
In the pictures, I was like, yeah, Sasquatch really.
I really wish that I got to see this whole show in person, because like when you put like 6 individual pictures together, and when we look at the lineup and when you look at them in person, it's really still like one hell of a difference.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Because I saw the pictures from like in our group chat, right? Looking at the comparisons, and now I'm looking at the top 6 comparison. I was like, why do they all look so big?
Yeah, and even watching the live stream, like the live stream was decent. Don't get me wrong, but when I saw the pictures of Missy, I was like, okay, she does look really good, especially from the front. And I don't think the live stream really did
anybody justice.
Yeah, especially like Rejoice, because it was kind of like a dark live stream, so she was kind of just like. So then seeing these, I was like, yeah, they all.
Dude, side note, I don't know if Rejoice like slipped the DJ a 20 or what, but when she went out for her individual, she like looked at him and nodded, and he just put on some whatever dope ass song, and she strutted out, and I'm like jaw dropped, because I think I went on 2 people after her, and she walked off. I'm like, bro, can you pick my song for me?
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, well, that doesn't. I mean.
Now, question: how did that feel like when everyone was done with like the comparisons, the individuals, and then you get called out for that first call?
I literally was like, wait, 40. I know that number. Oh shit, that's me. Okay, I guess okay. Like, it just was like very like, I was very shocked. Like, I don't know. I knew I looked great. I knew that this was the best package to date. Again, I was Justin and I didn't even realize I was 8 pounds heavier on stage. Like, I'm 8 pounds heavier. I'm leaner. And so, yeah, I was like, I guess because I mean, you have so many other girls, like the girl who was 5th. I can't remember her name. She's been doing this a while, and she was top 5, top 4 in Phoenix.
Oh, Mandy,
like there were, I mean, Delaney looked amazing. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, there's so many girls. One of the girls from Australia, like, who won the Masters. Like, there were so many other girls. I'm thinking in my head that this could be in this spot. So it was just really really surreal. But all the judges like, hey, you just have something about you that you can't train. Like, you just have it. So it just was really cool to be a part of it and be called. Like, again, you kind of black out, and then everyone was really excited for me. It was really cute. Oh my God, people, it was like hitting a home run, and your whole your teammates are at home plate like cheering, waiting for you.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah,
I love that. But I will say, like, when I was just watching the individuals, I was like, it was kind of fun, because I, like, after everyone did their individuals, I typed in the group chat who was going to be the top 5, and I didn't have Helen in there at first, but then after the call outs, I added her in, and I was like, I don't think I'm biased, but Eleni could actually, like, it wouldn't be unreasonable if you won that show. And
Yeah.
what was interesting about this top 4, top 5, top 6 even, maybe top 4, any one of you could have won.
Oh yeah,
And
without a doubt.
what's interesting is I'm not sure if this makes it easier or harder, but you're all very different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think sometimes when you're all pretty comparable, it makes it a little bit easier because if you all have similar strengths, it might be easy just to go with the one that has the strongest overall look or whatever.
Oh,
But
for sure.
for instance, like I felt like your back shot was maybe even a little stronger than Missy's, but then Missy's front shot was the strongest out of the 4 of you, you know. So
Mhm.
and then you also have Rejoice, who is a little bit different than the 3 of you,
Mhm.
much just kind of more shapely, but didn't quite bring the condition that the 3 of you brought. So it's like the judges really could have gone any way.
They had us
Yeah.
posing.
Now that I'm looking at the front and the back shots, I find that everyone is pretty even in terms of like what you are saying, Jess. Like you could number them anyway, and it wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
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 Well, and two, like if you look at the trends, and I mean Sandy and Becky, I mean Sandy like grabbed the mic. She's like, we just don't know. Like you guys need to keep posing because we just
Oh,
don't know.
I
Like,
heard that.
yeah.
And then 2, they said there was a 1 point difference between Missy and
First.
Helen.
Yeah, there was a 1 point difference. I guess Sandy and Becky actually had Helen as number
Okay.
1. So it really was splitting hairs, but I think the biggest thing with the top 4 that kind of put me at a disadvantage, because you think again, if every girl shows up conditioned, they're going to pick the most conditioned. But out of this top 4, all these girls are so tall compared to me. Like if it was me and Mandy in the top 4, because Mandy's shorter, it might be a different story. But you look at like height versus waistline, and then like again, it's not a quad contest, but Missy she's taller.
Yeah.
She had a really, like in that front shot, her waistline is tight and then her quads just bubble out. Like
Yeah.
she can
And then her
create that.
delts and lats just
Yeah,
like
billow. I
too.
mean, I didn't see that front shot. Now I see that front shot. I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
Missy. Like
Yeah.
she came in, and I guess the lighting too in Tulupo, I think, was really trash. So it didn't really highlight her true conditioning. But I mean, this just looks so improved for her from Tulupo,
Yeah.
which is great.
Tupelo. Why does everyone say Tulupo?
What is it? What is it? I don't know how to say it.
Tupelo. It's Tupelo.
I'm just gonna say it's in New Mexico, right?
I thought it was Tupelo, Missouri.
How do you say Tupelo? It's Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I'm out. This is not my thing.
Tupelo. There you go. Fuck.
But maybe that's
Tupelo.
I don't know why I would have known that.
And
But
then,
anyway, sorry.
you have the comparisons with the back shot.
Yes.
Okay, let's take.
Well, do we have them in a lineup? I can't remember. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that makes it easier for me. I just want to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I had been honestly like trying not to pose my glutes as hard because my glutes were taking over. I think seeing this, I probably should have posed my glutes a little bit harder to pop them, looking at how Missy, Helen, and Rejoice look. I think that might have helped me a little bit too.
I mean, your glutes are still popping pretty damn good.
Yeah. But I mean, again, I understand where the judges are coming from in regards of density, because that was my feedback, back density. I mean, you can just tell like these girls just have such well-developed backs.
So
I
I
mean,
was going to say, like, again, I wish, like, Sandy, maybe she will put out like an analysis of sort in how she ranked everybody. But I would say, like, for, at least from how I would go about things is because there's so much to compare, because you look at the top 6 and like you said, like we said, we also don't know, right? So I would look at it like, okay, shape standpoint, how would I score, or if I would have to break it down myself, like look at the top 6, how would I score everyone's shape from like 1 to 10, just the silhouette itself before the lights even come on. That's how I would do it. it look to me, 1 to 10. And then afterwards, I would just look at the front shot alone, each person alone, without comparing, and then I would like compare each muscle. Like, does it even like how we spoke about on the story that Jess posted of us yesterday? Like, is the back being a 7 matching the delts of a 7, glutes of a 7, that sort of stuff. So I do find that maybe it's along the lines of what it's shown over here.
Definitely.
Because I would say like okay, from the front, Missy is pretty strong, and so is everybody else. But I'm looking at how everything matches, and maybe she doesn't have something that just screams out like like a very in your face strong muscle group. But it's still like a match point with like the rest of the muscles. So if she brings up one thing, if I'm saying if theoretically, if she had to bring up one thing, then it would mean that everything else kind of had to come up together because it's even.
Yes.
You guys saying? Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
And at least looking from the back, I can understand why it's her still.
It's not a quad competition, but my quads look really good there.
Yeah, I know. This is a really great shot of you. Like
that's for Brianni. Yeah, my quads look good there.
And I just love how you're like you can see your glute.
A little glute pump right there, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be there, just holding my pose.
That's a really good shot of you.
I literally just felt like the little kid, like the youngest kid in the classroom. It's just like boop, boop, boop. And something, me and Christina worked really hard on posing conditioning. And I noticed that a lot of like the girls were resetting. So I'm curious. You were not. Like I would have, if I could have reset, I would have reset. I think it would have helped. Like,
you know what I think kind of happened? Because when I was watching the live stream, it was kind of like one girl would break. So then everyone else would be like, oh, I can do this too. I don't necessarily think everyone should have been. No. But you know how it's like one person does, so then it's like one person gets up to go to the bathroom in the middle of
everyone else.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting there, I was like, what the hell? Everyone else is breaking. Like, I want to break.
Dude, I'm glad you mentioned that so we didn't forget. Speaking of not forgetting things, this is totally like a sidetrack, but to everyone listening, we're getting Haley back on. We have not abandoned Haley.
Yes. Haley
moved
across the country.
Like, did something happen between the three of you? Like, was there drama?
Yeah, there's no drama. We just had some life scheduling changes, and
it's Haley. I don't think we could have problems with Haley if we tried.
Yeah. You're posing. You had so much polish. Your routine was perfect. You held your mandatories. Like you were truly like a seasoned pro up there.
Thank you. I worked so hard on that.
And it shows.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'm literally like, everyone was laughing because the second we were done with the show, I popped off my suit and put on my joggers and my crop top.
Why did I just imagine you going backstage and running around naked? Like,
and put on my crop top and looked like a teenage boy again. Like that is literally me. So Christina like literally worked magic making me look like this, feminine girl. Yeah. So yeah, that's again, if I'm going to be proud of anything too, it's definitely to the improvements I made in posing for this show.
Yeah. Shout out to Christina though. She can really pose.
Oh dude, anyone. She can pose anybody.
What do we think about Christina switching to wellness?
There's the plug. I'm so excited.
I'm honestly really excited too. And I'll start this back.
I'm excited because I want to see how she does it.
Yes.
Right?
That's going to be crazy too with how built her upper body is. Like, and you're going to still have to, build and grow your glutes and, parts of your legs to a certain degree, but then like literally shrinking your upper body while still feeding your body enough to grow in other places. I mean, to me, that's what I love about this sport. That's what I think is so cool. Like, I'm so excited. I'm just like so excited for this.
I will say it was a little disappointing because some people I think were like getting all but hurt that her favorite person wouldn't be a female bodybuilder anymore. But it's like, I think it's just a really great reminder that like,
She's not doing this for anyone.
yeah,
do whatever
like,
the fuck you want.
we
Yeah.
are
Like,
literally doing this for ourselves to be
Mhm.
comfortable and like follow the division or the look that we want to follow. And I think it's
Mhm.
so fucking rude when people are like, oh, you got way too much downsizing to do, blah blah blah. And it's like, nobody said she's gonna go compete in wellness next week.
yeah, like very
Yeah.
good, buddy. You have eyes and you can see that. And I think she's gonna, like, honestly, like with the illusion with the hair being down,
I know.
I
Yeah.
think that she's
Yeah.
gonna be able to hide a lot of it. Like she can literally put her hair like that and hide part of her
Well,
shoulders.
I mean, look,
It's
she
great.
is the queen of posing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm super excited for her.
I'm
So
oh my
anybody
like,
that feels like
look at this back shot.
No.
Like
No,
look
I
at
like
this
the
fucking
back shot, and it's quite because I know she has the arms, but it's like it's still nice.
yeah.
And she has room to grow her glutes. Oh my god, this is gonna be so dope. I'm
So
so excited.
anybody that feels like they're stuck in a division and they're not totally in love with it, like nothing says you have to stay in one division for the rest of your
Yeah.
life, you know?
And
It's
she just
body
she-
morphine.
Yeah, and she eludes wellness excellence. I
She
mean,
really
this is-
does.
that is her personality is wellness. Like this
Mhm.
is I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Like even in her posing routines for women's bodybuilding, she had a lot of the nuances of and the hand movements of a wellness competitor anyway.
Mhm. So I'm excited for her.
I'm so excited for her.
What are the people who are commenting and telling her off? Is it people who just like to see muscle women, particularly?
To be honest with you, I try to like stay out of the comments. But like Joey shared a reel, and that's kind of what clued me in. And then on her story was like, "I'm doing this for me," and it's like, as you should be.
Yeah. Like,
So,
hey, I'm not asking permission. I'm literally just making an announcement. Like,
I couldn't imagine like doing something that I felt was better for me and like my long-term goals. And
Look, it was the same as like when Urs made the move from classic to open, right?
Yeah.
And then there were two people in the comments also saying like, "Oh, this is so unhealthy," and he was like, "Look, I'm telling you, like me trying to make weight was even more unhealthy."
Mhm.
yeah,
And-
exactly.
But what I felt bad is that for like for Christina and Urs, it's like Urs had to write in his caption and say, "I am sorry if this might have disappointed some of my friends, make me lose sponsorship opportunities."
Yeah.
No, wait, and I'm like, why the do you need to write that sentence? Because
Like,
Yeah.
why did you need to apologize? That's
Yeah.
number one. Yeah,
And
and for Christina, when she had to tell like, I understand the commotion, I'm doing this for myself, not anybody else. Like, you're not obligated to say anything, girl. It's okay.
No.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of revealing too. Like I feel like in situations like that, like it reveals the people who actually would be there for you and like have your back, because it's like if you really support somebody, then still support her.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. People are pretty supportive of me moving into men's physique. So
Get out of here. Get out of here.
the guy who got second at Sasquatch, I'm so bad with knowing well-known men's physique guys. He
Is it
told me
Jeremy?
no, not Jeremy, who got second to Jeremy.
Ben? Oh, Ben.
Ben
Oh, I love
messaged
Ben, yeah.
Ben reached out and told me my posing was really good. So watch out.
That's cool. But yeah, anything else
Yeah.
about Sasquatch? Whoops.
No, it was a really strong show. It was really great. I felt really guilty. People spent, thousands and thousands of dollars just to fly there, and I rolled out of bed and bought a $60 self-tan kit and said, "Here, Morgan, put a tan on me," and we went to the venue. So
That's true. Your tan. I forgot about your tan. You look exactly the same as everybody.
dude, Morgan, I got a special honorable mention. Morgan did my hair. Like, look at that braid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she did my makeup. She literally did my makeup in 30, 45 minutes and just fucking crushed it. And then she lapped a tan on me too. Like,
Yeah,
she
your tan
just,
looks good.
she crushed it. I mean, and then obviously being an emotionally supportive partner. I mean, I literally couldn't have asked. And then she showed up at the venue looking like an absolute snack too. Like, she got me ready. And then I look at her and I'm like, wow, you look amazing. Like, what the hell?
Aw.
So yeah, she just crushed it. She was just the best.
Did she tell you that she was freaking out that she didn't make top 5?
Yes, she was like, Haley was like messaging her or something, and she's like, "What? No!" And yes,
I know Haley. I don't know if Haley was watching it or if she was just relying on me to like tell her what was going on. And she's like, Morgan said she didn't make the top 5, and I was literally watching you in the top 4. And I was like, I don't know what show you're watching.
Yeah, Tanya. For context, I guess Morgan and Haley were messaging, and like,
Yeah,
Morgan
I kind of caught that when I was like reading our chat messages.
But I can only imagine, because it's like my anxiety was up, just like waiting for you to come on.
I can tell, like just looking at the way Jess was typing in the group chat, I can
in like
tell.
a good way, but it's like, you're just like, come on, and then you're watching, like, don't move, stay right there.
Yeah.
So it's exciting because like as much as we could see that you're vying for top 4, it's like you never know if they moved you into second place.
Yeah, I was kind of gutted when they moved me to the side, and I know in top 4 comparisons, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna place lower, but like, I mean, I knew, I was like, all right, that's fine.
No, but go ahead.
I would have liked to stand next to Rejoice a little bit longer too, just to get a little bit more comparison next to her. Like, I think we only did 1 round of quarter turns next to each other. Okay. I would have liked to see myself next to her a little bit more.
Yeah.
But man, that iPhone shot of her quads.
I know, she looks
again.
Great.
It's not a quad contest, but damn.
But everything is so balanced, because she's also got those bubbly like lats too.
Yeah, if she can cap her delts to match that, and I think streamline her waist in a little bit, it's just such a good. It's so strong, and her presentation. I just wish I had her presentation. The way she walked out there, I was like, oh shit, this girl is about to just eat her individual. Like, her presentation was incredible.
Yeah. You could like feel the confidence when you.
Yes, and it was very intimidating. That was from a competitive standpoint, watching her backstage. I was like, holy shit, she is not messing around. I have to go on after that.
What's interesting is, out of these 4, I feel like she has the most like genetic freak factor.
Yes.
And in some ways, it's almost like she's so freaky that it's
too
easier.
Freaky.
It's easier for your eyes to go to like the 3 of you to compare.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, when we're looking at figure on all divisions, at the end of the day, they're looking for something that's okay, it's not that Rejoice is not pleasing. I'm trying to find the right word for it. But pleasing as in like balance, streamline, and just like versus freak factor.
I almost wonder how she would look hitting like a front wellness pose. She obviously would have to grow her glutes, like that's no question. But with what her quads do, and like just how she looks, I would be really curious to see what she looked like in a wellness pose.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like Missy when she hits a front double by. I'm like, oh shit, that's actually really, really good. That could be a really strong women's physique competitor.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it was.
And then
it was a good time. I'm super, super grateful. And again, all the competitors, the expediters, the promoters, like everyone was it was such a well-ran show. It was great.
I would love to do that show next year.
I strongly, strongly recommend it. And the fact that prejudging and finals was all one foul swoop. Atlantic Coast Pro is like that too. It's one foul swoop.
And I feel
awesome.
I know a lot of people doing that show, though. It's going to be another big show. Atlantic Coast.
I think for your body type too, especially having so long to load you in the morning, because you're not going to spill. Like, you're not going to spill over.
Oh,
your body just soaks up all those carbs. So the longer you had to load, I think really paid off.
Those pictures, go ahead. Sorry, Tanya.
No, but I think Justin did a good job with the peaking, because the fact that you were posing so long on stage, like if you didn't fade out, it's good.
Yeah, and my secret, and I don't know why my body does this, and it's such an advantage. I get harder as I pose. So girls will like their quads will water out. I maybe lose a line from getting fatigued, but if I like dig and carve, I get harder. It's super cool.
That is like, how do I say this? I'm not trying to imply you should switch divisions.
It's like women's physique, right?
That's why sometimes I think you might not play the size game right off the bat for women's physique, but there's something about the texture, maturity, density of your muscle and skin that part of me just thinks it would be so pretty in women's physique too.
And I mean, Sandy, I asked Sandy what she thought because we were going to do women's physique in Atlantic Coast Pro. And she just looked, she's like, I honestly don't know because you could do really good in both.
Yeah.
Of course, you'd have to peel down a little bit harder, which you could compromise some size there. So, you know, you have the perfect conditioning for figure right now, you know, ride that out, you know, see if you can make some of the improvements we talked about, see if you can, you know, look a little bit denser maybe, and then come next year, if, you know, a couple months off, you put on some size, you know, see where you land. But I mean, even the pictures I sent you guys from my check-ins this morning with my quads, like somehow I spiked 5.5 pounds in a day, but Justin's literally like, how do you look this tight and you're 5.5 pounds heavier in a day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not mad about it. Like, so the fact, I think there is a ton of potential for me to get some more fullness in these next couple weeks and come in even more competitive in Florida.
Absolutely.
But you see, that's the thing with like when you're very lean and this is the same issue that I had. And that's why I rebounded the way I did and just better with every prep that I did. When you're just lean, but I think it's also like you and I just have that kind of body type where it would just like take a while to really fill out.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Like that's why I said like it's good that you got harder when you pose, and that's when I knew like the peaking was done right, because I knew for me for my pro debut, like by finals I was like flat again.
Yeah, that happens to me. If I have like there's only like about maybe 30 minutes to an hour between that and finals. And so there wasn't really an opportunity for me to flatten out. And we really just used butter and rice to peak. It was a low food volume, so I could keep my waistline controlled.
The fat was there to hold the low. Yeah.
Yeah. And it worked. I was like sitting there, I had a ton of beef with me. Like I had chicken with me and I'm like waiting and, you know, I'm not going to question him. And he's like, you know, a glob of honey, you know, eat 100 grams of rice and then 8 grams of butter. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's what we ate this morning. We literally had, I think 2 meals. I woke up, I sent him pictures. He had me eat like 15 grams of almond butter and drink some coffee. And then a couple hours later, he had me eat butter and rice. And then I got to the venue and had 1 small round of butter and rice with like 5 cracks of salt and went on stage at 2 o'clock.
So that's total what? 3 meals, 4 meals?
3 meals. And I wouldn't even count the first meal as a meal.
It was and social was 1 p.m., right?
2 p.m.
Okay.
And we didn't, that first meal, it was literally, like I said, like 15 grams of almond butter and coffee.
Yeah.
So
does he even use a diuretic with you?
Yes, we did. We did use Diazide, and I honestly was gaining, like I wasn't losing a ton of weight, which I mean, he's like, you're progressively gaining weight each morning. And even with the Diazide in, like, you know, I would expect you to, and I was kind of worried because he was like, yeah, you should be a couple pounds lighter in the morning. And I was like a pound heavier. He's like, you look razor sharp. So I'm not mad. Like, this is perfect. So I honestly think Justin nailed the peak where I don't think, honestly, like losing weight, I don't think that would have been good for me. I would have looked stringy.
No, definitely not.
So the low food volume was just so nice. I could keep my waistline controlled and snatched. I was getting fuller and I was staying sharp. I mean, it was literally perfect.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's go to San Antonio.
Okay. All right.
Let's get there. I'm sorry. First and foremost, I'm so sick and tired of seeing these red, orange, and yellow backgrounds.
No, I know.
Really need to fucking change that. Excuse my language, but it
but
hard.
gotta give yours tonight. It does look good in the photos.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes, it does. But just with the tan, like, come on, guys, cool colors to contrast the tan.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And you'll see how it's like, there's like a shadow over their midsection.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Christina. I've turned into a Christina Stan, I think.
Dude, same. And even looking at
she's like one of the the hot up and coming ones this season, right?
Yeah. It's like we talk about with figure, like you either just got it or you don't. And she's one of those athletes that she just has it.
Julie Mayer also, I think, brought a phenomenal look to this show, and she'd been off stage for a while, right?
And I think something that helps her, and I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, I need to hike my suit up. Her suit is hiked up to the gods. It is nice and high, and her suit bottom, and that's, honorable mention for Haley. If she was here, Haley would be digging that suit placement. So that, the suit placement, I think for a lot of figure girls makes a huge difference. Like even Nelly, she could have hiked her suit up higher.
Yep.
I think that would have helped her case out a little bit to make her waistline look a little smaller.
I agree. Yeah.
I like Madison's front shot at this show.
Yeah, I think this is her best look of the season for sure.
Yeah.
Rita looks great.
Yeah. Shout out Tanya, you did a fantastic peak there. She looks so full and midsection's tight, and she just looks, this is great.
It's crazy how capped and round her belts and her front lat got to be.
Yeah.
Like you really pulled that out.
You did so good. And it's a streamlined figure conditioning too. Like I'm sure you could have pushed her to be sharper, but that's not, we don't want that in figure. She's literally perfect.
Yeah, just fed her, like pulled some cardio down.
Yeah. See, like that is from a lower body conditioning standpoint, like that's just perfect. Like
we didn't need to use a diuretic.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Well, because the thing is, because when the person is already flat, like where else are you going to pull the water from? It's going to be just worse. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sometimes I think, so Eleni, where we were kind of talking about how you just had that slight asymmetry through your back. Sometimes I wonder what her training program looks like, because there's just something about her back shot, and I think she's always just a little bit askew, and I don't know if that's a training thing. And I know, like, we've talked about this, and this isn't necessarily something that judges will hold against you, but it also makes you just kind of wonder, like, what just maybe like fine-tuning the training, like you're gonna
totally
would do,
I think too, and the judges don't have a long time to look at, like how we have this long time to look at the pictures. Like I'm really having to look, is it her suit placement that's off, or are her hips actually tilted like that? And I think it's a little bit of both. I think you can see like the asymmetry more on like Julie in her lower back and her hips. But I think what confuses me, I guess, most about Madison is the development in her, like in density in her back in general, because, and I don't know if it's the lighting. I haven't seen other pictures of her from different shows that I can compare, but it just doesn't look like she has like the mid lower trap into the erectors, like the lat, like, you know what I mean? It's just everything is very washed out.
It's not like developed. I don't think it's well, I mean, it can always be better, right? Like
absolutely.
Be better. And I know the kind of detailing in everyone's back is going to be genetic. It's just different. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it just, and I don't know if it's a lighting thing. It's very, like, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it just looks very different. So, but yeah, I would be interested to know what her training, or see what her training looks like.
Yep.
I really think too, I just like Nelly's look. I really think that. I know this is, she's not doing necessarily a rear relaxation. She's kind of in more of a lat spread. But even in her front shot, from front to back, I just really like her look.
I agree. Yeah. Very nice conditioning as well. For funsies, who would we each have here?
Ooh, oh, that's so hard. I like Missy from the front, but I like Christina from the back. Christina from the back.
Yes, Christina from the back.
Yeah. I know. I still like Missy from the front too. It's just so. There's something about that
good.
look when the quad like really pops off the hip and you can still see.
I agree.
I think
And,
that's a cool look.
you know, and her and I were talking because it's incredible with what she went through and how traumatic
Yeah.
her meniscus tear was. I mean, that surgery was essentially only supposed to be like an hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours maybe. It turned into like a 3.5, 4 hour. Like, it was a long surgery with the extensive damage that was in there. And she had to have an even more delayed rehab protocol. And then, you know, her and I were talking at athlete check-ins, and, you know, a lot of it she can attribute to the fact that, you know, from a training standpoint and a biomechanical standpoint, like I was doing, you know, lower body training like this for so long, you know, I probably kind of created this. And then, you know, doing the pass sequence that she was doing at the Olympia is kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back. So during her rehab, I don't know specifically who she worked with for physical therapy and training. I think it was a local guy out here who's very well known, but she fixed her training. And I mean, it shows. Like, dude, you literally tore you busted your knee in 2024, and look at the size of your quads. Like, that's so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we don't get those asterisks above us, but just knowing that, I mean, how do you not reward that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so incredible.
You know what else is funny? Like, speaking of internet warriors, everyone was giving her so much shit about having a gap between her thighs.
Really?
It's like I know, it's so stupid because, again, it's not an adductor competition.
No. I didn't even see that. And that's the thing that I love seeing. I loved seeing her do so well and succeed. And I know that she, you know, she's won, you know, the Fitness Olympia X amount of times and whatever. But for all the negativity and the hate that gets thrown at her just because of her reputation with things like that, like her adductors, like, I'm sorry, but I like the fact that she was like, yeah, my adductors, I don't have my legs touching and I still won. Like, screw
I'm
you
not
guys.
trying to pose my adductors. And it's like, good for you, girl.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love this front shot on her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks, I mean, this is much improved from her last showing. And I think even from a presentation standpoint, she looked way more comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
So I think from a strategy standpoint, I think this was really smart for her to do this show. I mean, you know, 45 minutes down the road from her home, she got to practice. She got to get in front of Sandy one more time before the Olympia. Like,
and she already knocked out her qualifications for next year.
Yeah. So now she gets to chill.
Yeah. So, and then the pictures weren't up for Dominican Republic.
I saw quite a number of pictures. I just wished I screenshot them.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I got the reel for Nadine, but I wanted to. I'll get to Lauren in a second. So Nadine won this with a beautiful look.
How do we know how tall she is?
I have no idea. Probably 5'4", 5'5", like everybody else.
She just looks so tall. And then there's Jessica, who's just at the Amazon.
Right.
Wow.
Like as much as I would love for all three of us to be at the same show together in the same lineup, I don't really want to stand next to Jessica because I'm gonna small.
I was same because I don't want to stand next to either of you.
I would literally kill myself if I had to stand next to Tanya or Jessica, especially with me and Tanya being the same height. They would literally just look at me next to Tanya and laugh. Go, get off the stage.
That is not true.
Oh, with your shape, dude. And
you know, it is crazy. It is crazy when you think about how different each of us are, though.
Yeah. And how do you judge that? Like, how do you judge that?
Yeah. And then Lauren, I don't know if I've been following Lauren for a while.
I had not. It's insane though.
She improved so much.
That she just is insane. Like,
that's
wild.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
She's just like so dense and like round too. I think she is pretty short, but yeah. I think it was New York or Pittsburgh last year. And she's just she really blew up. Like, I'm really impressed. So
no, you can see she's like bubbling like when she walked out.
Yeah. That was just like that next picture like in her posing suit, even that one. But that, like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Like, that looks insane.
So super cool to see.
Yeah,
It's a very like Avenger Amazonian kind of look.
absolutely.
Superhero
Like,
look.
you see, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different looks per figure,
Yeah.
and let's just take Amanda's look when Jess pulled her out.
Wait, which Amanda? Amanda.
Did I get the name right?
Oh, Lauren.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The girl. This girl.
No, not this girl. Like the San Antonio Pro winner.
Oh, Christina.
Christina.
I am so sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. I was like, which Amanda?
And everyone, it's 10:36 p.m. for Tanya.
Oh no, we gotta get Tanya to bed.
I'm just giving myself an excuse. It's not an excuse for getting names wrong. No, but what I'm saying is, like, you see, you have her look, and it's very pleasant, very aesthetic, and then you have someone like Lauren who screams out like Avenger vibes for a figure, and that's so similar to what the kind of vibe that I get when Lola walks out.
Oh yeah, yep.
Right. So it's like, you know, you could go. It's like, what do you like?
Yeah.
Right? I was gonna say, and it kind of goes back to what I said about like Rejoice too. I think sometimes it depends on like what the other girls look like, you know. So I think if Rejoice were maybe in a lineup with other super like shapely freak factor girls, she might have been higher up there. I mean, she already got third, right? Third. But yeah, it just depends on who shows up too, I think.
Well, and then you have all these different types at the Olympia for figure that you've chosen. Yeah. You've just chosen the big, grainy, hard girl from the UK. And then you've chosen the like action figure like this, you know, from Arizona. And then like so what are we gonna reward?
Yeah. And I don't necessarily think there's a right or a wrong most times.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Kind of like I was saying, I honestly could have seen any of you ladies from the top 4.
Oh, absolutely.
And honestly, sometimes I find what's really like difficult about all these shows is when we're looking at pictures, and obviously we want to be very objective and judge just the physique and many different factors. But when you're there in person, sometimes if it's just that person's day and they walk out and it is just the stage presence, the vibe, the charisma that they are radiating that day, and sometimes it changes from show to show. With the same person. You know, sometimes you can just start with like how things even went down in peak week for them. You don't know what they went through.
Yeah, for sure.
If that day was their day, you can feel it. It's just like when Jess went to watch Arizona last week, and then when first place walked out, she knew.
Yeah.
The vibe that's given.
Yeah.
So I find that this is a very unspoken kind of factor that's not part of judging, but it plays a part. It's a performance at the end of the day.
It's almost like there's always going to be someone that your eye just keeps gravitating back towards. And sometimes it's not even anything that you can really put your finger on why. It's just that's the whole package, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I had the loudest crowd. Like that helped a ton, I think. I mean, the judges are like, who's this random girl that people are like screaming? And it wasn't just like Morgan and her friends. Like it was like the NPC Washington, because of all the bodywork clients I have, and they were all competing too. So everyone was like losing their shit in the audience for me. So I mean that, like, and even they're like, who do we have, you know, placing number 1, and every 40. I'm like, guys, like holding my little pose. I'm like, guys, you're so nice. Thank you. So I mean, it helps, and it did. Like, it gave me that little extra, like, feeling my self-confidence when I went out for my individual. So it makes a difference.
Yeah,
because that could have been, I mean, pro debut, that could have been catastrophic. I don't know, Tanya, how did you feel walking out for your pro debut for your individual?
I'll be honest, mine was, I had so much adrenaline rush. Like I was shaking. Like I was shaking a lot. I was shaking a lot. I'm just glad that posing wise, like you can't really see it, but I know I was. And I told my mom, I was like, I don't know why I keep shaking. And it doesn't help that I had another friend from Singapore, Bikini Girl Pro. She also came for the same show, so the two of us were together. And she was like, I'm shaking now. I'm shaking. I was like, don't tell me you're shaking because you're not helping me.
You're not helping me right now.
Because I was like, I'm not nervous. She was like, because my mom came off stage, she was like, were you nervous? She said, like, you seem nervous. I was like, No, I was not nervous.
Yeah, that's
Why am I
funny.
shaking?
I'm
Yeah,
not nervous, but I don't freaking understand why I keep
I'm
shaking.
That's
shaking.
what happens to me.
Right?
So it's like
Oh, yeah.
subconsciously I know like I am nervous, even though like
Yeah.
going into it, I'm just like I'm fine.
But I
Yeah.
know, like after the
Yeah,
first 10 minutes, like once you're done with your routine, it eases off. We
Mhm.
make comparisons almost as it's fine. Like it's kind of full of call outs, but I know when I had like when you was calling like first call outs, and you're calling a number of people, and I was like, okay, yeah, well, I guess pro debut, I'm not expecting much to really be in the mix.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, oh, I was the last person of the first call out. Okay.
Okay, here's same thing, little tiny boop, boop, boop. Here I am.
Yeah.
I was
But,
shaking
cool.
like a mofo, and no, you couldn't tell. I
No,
was literally shaking,
no,
and
you can
it
tell it
was
all.
really surprising. And
Yeah.
I was so like, it was at home, like my individual wasn't rushed. Like I was like so incredibly calm. It was almost weird.
Mhm.
Like, and it truly was like, I didn't really have like a crazy, like I did have a little bit of adrenaline, but it wasn't a lot. So again, it was just a really weird day. Like, I feel like I should have been more adrenaline ridden. I think I got the adrenaline spike when they called me for first call outs. That spiked me a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it just was weird. I was so calm, and I think that helped a lot.
When you saw everybody back there, for me, I see everyone backstage and I just think, all right, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Did you see everyone and think like, oh, I can definitely make first call outs, or like,
Oh, I mean, you know me. I like don't see myself. So I was like, LOL, like what am I doing here? Like I should not be here right now. Abort mission. But everyone, it was so funny for check-ins. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like wear a statement piece, like I'm gonna wear like a cute, like, you know, whatever, like I'm gonna have my delts out, like jeans, whatever. Well, I forgot everyone was like getting tanned and shit too. So everyone was like covered up in like, you know, baggy clothes, and like I'm sitting there like trying to be cute, and I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, well, shit. Like I'm sitting here with my delts out, and like people are sizing me up, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, well, that was stupid of me.
yeah, well, if I had your delts, like they would never,
Your delts are literally like one of the
never
strongest.
cover them.
Helen and I were talking about that from a genetic standpoint, and truly, like Greeks, like we genetically have great shoulders. And
Really.
I actually used to get clocked, like when I was a figure skater, the judges would literally write on my thing, my arms were too big. Like, thank you for my eating disorder. But yeah, they would literally tell me, like in my judging, like in my feedback, like my arms were too big. So my coach is like, you have two options here. You're gonna wear long sleeve dresses that can kind of hide it, or we literally just say screw it and accentuate it, and you wear like halter dresses when you compete. And I was like, well, like let's just wear halter dresses, because like I'm not gonna cover, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cover it up. But yeah, I used to get clocked like in
Really?
competitions. Like I would place lower because my arms were too big.
I didn't think that had anything to do with skating on ice.
Oh yeah. No, it just like or like you had to take tests, like move or freestyle tests, to move up in the rankings, or like to move up, you know, to different levels, and they would dock me points. I would have to literally, like when I had my arms out, I would almost have to have my arms higher to flatten my shoulders.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wild.
the more I
Figure skating
know.
was a wild sport. But again, it kind of prepared me for that subjective component of bodybuilding. Like
Yeah, same.
some
Like,
judges just ain't gonna like you, and it is what it is. So
yeah,
yeah, no, I'm very lucky with shoulder training, and I think too with just being, you know, my career being in shoulders and upper extremity, I think that has helped a lot. Everyone always asks
yeah,
me, like,
I can see why, like, you could go either ways with like figure out women's physique, because I
yeah,
think
totally.
she, like, Eleni has the glutes and she has the
Yeah.
delts. The
Yeah.
two biggest things, like okay, I think maybe we should put like a poll one day for like people, like if you could only choose one muscle group as a figure competitor, or like for women's or whatever. Okay, asking the two of them, only choose one muscle group that you
Yeah.
can really just have good on your physique. Like just saying like everything else like just normal. One thing that's good screaming out to out, what would you think? Because it kind of makes you wonder like what's the most important muscle to you for the division? And if you ask me, like Eleni has both the delts and the glutes. I mean, of course, we look at bone length, insertions, muscle belly shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's take that out of the picture, but for yourself with what you have.
I feel like I would have to go delts.
Delts.
Like, okay. Strategically, I would have to go with delts. Personally, I would probably go with quads. But like I say, like having the biggest quads, that's not going to necessarily help you win.
Well,
like,
it's how they sweep out.
You can have average quads and do well in figure.
I think I just like the delts because it's such a statement piece, like out in public too. I love wearing, like, you know, I like wearing a crop top or like with my sleeves cut off or something because like I like people knowing like don't fuck with me. Like I'm gonna walk around. No, I don't like the stares or the comments, whatever, but I like the hey, like, oh, we have to kind of keep space from her. Like I'm not gonna give her a hard time. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think a kidnapper is gonna come try to take me.
Actually, I'm revising I forgot about a whole body part. For some reason, I was like...
Please tell me it's back.
I was going to say, I would have to have a good back.
Dude, your back, yours and Tanya's. I mean, yours is insane, but the progress you've had in your back just this off season, that pick, like, it just, I'm so excited.
Before, I was already following Jess and Haley through, like, Justin's lenses before they went pro. So I was already like, because he would post them leading up to nationals in 24, and then when like he posted like Haley and like that, I was like, Jess is one of the better backs, like
the best backs.
Yeah,
shows are one from the back, and
you can tell when he kept posting. I was like, oh, she's peeled, she's there. This one, this one would easily go pro. Like she's kind of pro.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. I remember when I first saw Jessica on Justin's stories. And I think Jessica started with Justin before me, but I was making my national run while she was going for her qualifier. I think we were kind of competing at a similar time. I was like, I really want this girl to do nationals because I want to meet her and like hang out with her, but I really don't want to. I don't know how tall she is. I hope she's taller than me so I don't have to stand next to her.
She's way taller than you. You don't need to worry about that.
You know me. I can't tell people's heights to save my life because I thought you were like 6'2".
Yeah, but a lot of people thought that I was that tall.
Yeah.
That's like the most, like, I think the most fucked up thing we do to ourselves when we're like just going for our pro card in the national. It's like you look at people and you're like, how tall are you?
How tall? What's your height?
How do I ask this girl how tall?
How do you? Yeah, those are my favorite. The girls in the DMs that are talking to you, that they're that aggressive and they ask you your height straight up. You're like,
oh yeah, remember one girl said,
how tall are you? And you're like, do you actually tell them the truth? One girl, full disclosure, one girl asked me how tall I was and I told her I was 5'7".
No way.
She believed me. I just wanted her to think I was a tall bitch. Plot twist, I show up in class.
Right? Just to feel better that you're tall.
That's funny.
Could you imagine, like, you see the memes, like, she's 5'2", but her attitude is 6'2". Like, I'm literally not meant to be anything above 5'2". Like, there's no way this world could take me on being like, 5'6" or 5'7".
What's your body part, Tanya?
Okay, like right now, I would want to have sweeping hamstrings.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the one place that I feel like my whole physique, like that's one thing that really needs to come up right now.
I don't think are we talking about our present physiques?
Yeah.
Oh, well then delts. I thought you meant like if we could only have one.
No, I'm getting there. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying like right now, I mean based off right now where I'm at, I would want to have like sweeping hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to pick, that would probably be like either the quads or the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a big piece. Like if your quads look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if your quads are just average, but you've got a good back and a good.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you can get away with that.
As a matter of fact, I almost feel like.
I find that this season though, you can't get away with not wearing glutes.
Yeah.
So I would argue it was probably going to be a glute thing.
Because I don't. Eleni, do you remember Amanda Adevart's Justin's client?
Yeah.
She has that beautiful, like, sweepy quad look similar to
Yep.
Christina Zafarova
Full
as
glutes.
well.
Yep, and full glutes.
And
Yep.
I love that look. I really do. But it's not necessarily winning show. Same with
No.
Shauna, what's her last name? It's such a cool look.
It is. No, I agree.
It's they're not necessarily rewarding it.
I actually saw
just to what they always say, like the most impressive physique is not necessarily the one that fits the criteria.
Mm-hmm. I almost wonder, and I thought this in my head when I saw her, Justin's client Amanda. I really wonder her too. I wonder what she would look like posing wellness.
Yeah.
She has a very wellness personality. Her presentation is very flowy, and I could see her doing. I mean, she looked great in figure. I thought she was actually going to place a little higher than she did.
I feel like she might have. Did she also win a pro card in wellness? I could be totally making this up, but for some reason, I thought for a while I wasn't sure if she was still determining what she was going to do. I could be making that up.
But I literally, just her presentation, I was like, I would be really interested to see what she would look like in wellness.
This is the girl where.
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, she's got that sass vibe.
Yeah, she just has really sweepy quads as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know when she got? Yes, she did wellness. She got third in wellness, and then she got second in figure. Okay. So she did nationals in 2022.
Okay. And I remember watching her for a while. I think it was like last year. I was like, I hope she's wellness, because if she's I really have a lot of work to do.
I hope she's wellness. Let's see.
Plenty of potential though, still.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and these are, I mean, her stage shots in wellness are from 2022. So, I mean, she's definitely grown since then from the ones I'm looking at. But I'll text them to you just so you can pop them on. I mean, from the pictures that she posted from wellness, she would have had to, have better conditioning and grow her glutes. But I feel like she definitely has done that.
Yeah. You can see she carries a lot of muscle though.
Yes.
Carry a lot of muscle, yeah.
Yeah, Justin, she had a great peak. I mean, Justin did a great job peaking her. Again, poor Justin. I just feel so guilty for like running up and being overly excited.
They're not coming through my, oh well. So anyway, anything else?
I'm good. No, I just want to say again, congratulations, Eleni.
Thank you. And you guys, it's honestly, you guys have been such a pivotal part of my prep too. So I really just appreciate you guys and being there for me, during my mini meltdowns and focusing on the technical component, not the emotional. So, thank you. And, I'm Tanya, I'm super fucking stoked for training and to see how I honestly, like, with how my quads look this morning, like this is going to be stupid. Like this is going to be so good. So
like, honestly, people just like when I put out like, I do training for people, and if you really follow the rehab, like the execution and how precise it all is, I find that it's just something that is going to be so hard for me to explain, because unless I can train you in person and be able to explain to you, or like even do this virtual thing to you, it's hard for me to actually tell people what they can get out of it until they go do it themselves and then they see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and lifting is a skill.
Experience. Oh, I told Adrian, like, because you referred like your bodywork client to me as well, and I told her this. I said, okay, in 6 weeks, because I know she's seen a number of trainers before, and I understand, and I've seen people before, like, you've gone to see so many different people trying to help you, and then nothing works. And I said, give me 6 weeks. I said, in the 6 weeks, don't work for you, I'll refund you at least half your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think, again, someone like her who's had so many different, chefs in the kitchen and different, opinions and different things, I think it's just going to be good to get a different perspective to training. Because like when I started my leg day yesterday, I was like, well, like the the single leg deadlift with the trap bar, like, okay, I kind of feel it. Like, okay, like these aren't bad. Okay, like the glute kickback. I'm like, wow, like my hips, like in different spots, like, and you could tell like glute med, even like TFL, like, and that's, people forget TFL is a main hip stabilizer too. Like it feeds into your IT band.
Like if you look at the program, yeah, it's a regular program. It's more of like
it sneaks
what?
up on you. I was
No,
like,
it's the setup. It's the setup that I put you in.
Mm-hmm.
It's how I set up the exercise.
And what was crazy, and what I was explaining to Jessica while I was training, was after doing all of those things to fire all the stuff around the pelvis, when I went to go do hack squats for the first time, I literally felt my quads, my hamstrings, and my glutes all firing, like without like, because usually like I'll use hacks to kind of try to bias a little bit more quad, and nothing was taking over more than the other. Everything was so incredibly even.
Because your hips can move.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, it just was so eye-opening. And lifting is a skill. Like training and exercise and movement, it's a skill that continues to need to be refined. I have degrees in this shit, and I still need somebody. Like everybody needs someone to look at their biomechanics.
I just think it's fun because, like, it means a lot to me when people feel better in terms of like from an injury standpoint. Because to me, it's like, imagine going like months and years putting up with something. And I know like all three of us would have like put up with something at some point for like an extended period of time. But now that when I'm better after having Kelvin as well, and I'm like, how the hell did I live like that the last couple of years? Yeah.
That was the first time in 2 years I've deadlifted and done RDLs with no back pain the next day. Like I feel great today. Like my legs are trashed, but I have no lower back pain. It's
that's good to hear.
It's wild.
That's so good to hear. Yeah.
So I'm super excited. And like I said, I'm super grateful for you guys. And, Jessica and I were laughing about, how close we are, even though we're not physically, we don't live, we're online friends essentially. But, at the end of the day, if something were to happen, I'd be on a plane, out, even, Tanya, something happened to you, I'm on the next nonstop to Singapore or Perth, for you guys. So I just really appreciate you guys.
No, it's crazy because back home I said I don't really talk to him because it's where we're at. We just talk we just work, go to gym, work, work, do work. So essentially, the people that I really talk to the most is like here.
I know, same. That's what I told Eleni, because it was just like, you're around people, but they don't necessarily like understand. Not that this means I can't be friends with you. Like I can be friends with you if you're not a bodybuilder. But we're so like invested in it, that it's hard to find people locally that kind of get what it really is.
Absolutely. And you want to reflect that too. My therapist and I were talking, and because I'm someone that I just am so easily trusting and I want everyone to feel special, like you kind of need to set those boundaries with your A circle, your B circle, your C circle, and even your D circle, and kind of set boundaries with people. And like you want people in that A circle that reflect what you want for yourself. And you guys, like, we all live and breathe this. We're not psychos necessarily, and but we live and breathe it to an extent that we're enthusiasts in it, and we can kind of geek out over it together.
And I also, sorry, I know we're wrapping up. This is like a totally different like tangent, but we don't need to go down the rabbit hole. I think it kind of ties into what I posted about yesterday about like the rooms you place yourself in. And again, this isn't anything against people that aren't into bodybuilding.
No, not at all.
But I do think we place ourselves in difficult situations every day, that it kind of gives us this mental tenacity that, we're not going to like just start complaining about our days every day. Complaining about work, complaining about our relationship, complaining about whatever, because we've kind of like already given ourselves that mental toughness. And I feel like when you yourself are sort of a mentally tough individual, you have less patience with those that aren't. So it kind of like, for me at least, it kind of like narrows down the amount of people that I have.
I mean, you have the right people gravitate towards the person you are.
Completely.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good feeder into our next episode where Haley's coming in. where
Yeah.
we talk about life changes.
Yeah. So
Oh
And
yeah, it's gonna be so good.
I'm so excited. I missed that.
I want to hear from her a lot.
so. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
guys.
Eleni, have a great day. Tanya, get some
Yeah,
rest.
Tanya, go sleep. Jess, you have a good day. I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.